on the NCCOP report, sir, yesterday you said in the NCCOP report that you have concerns with what the committee had done. Can you outline what those concerns are?
Well, I think one of the things that we have seen over the past number of years is a number of reports, a number of I am terribly sorry.
Take a minute.
I will take a moment.
He's choking on too much of his own BS.
Step away.
He can't get it out.
You need to.
Okay, there's sunshine. Enough of the lollygagging.
At least Doug Ford swallowed.
He just say Doug Ford swallowed a bee. Yeah, and he still went on to chat right after. It took him 2 seconds. He choked that thing down and just kept going. We're still waiting for Trudeau. He's choking on his own words here, boys. This is great. He can't answer questions about foreign interference because it's got to do with his own Liberal caucus. So now all of a sudden he's, oh, I need a water.
Over the past number of years, Canada has brought in a significant number of measures and institutions and programs to counter foreign interference, from the creation of the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians to a strengthened National Security Oversight Agency to elections monitoring by top public servants and specific focus on democracy and elections by our intelligence communities. We've also had now 2 different public inquiries into it, one from the Special Rapporteur, one an ongoing foreign interference inquiry. All of those elements together are contributing to a fuller picture that Canadians have, and all of us have, on the reality of foreign interference by many different countries into our democracy, as are happening around the world. Many of those conclusions and reports are varied in the conclusions they draw, in the level of assumptions and conclusions they make around what they say. The government has already highlighted there are a number of the conclusions of the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians report that we don't entirely align with. And that actually is demonstrated by the fact that 2 party leaders, both Elizabeth May and Jagmeet Singh, who read that report in its entirety, come to differing conclusions on the interpretation of what it means. That demonstrates that there is a certain amount of responsibility that party leaders have to engage with this, which highlights that the decision by the Conservative leader and the leader of the official opposition to not get a security clearance, to not choose to even read the unredacted report before engaging in political attacks and oversimplifications is not responsible leadership. So we're going to continue to engage in a responsible way on this very, very important issue, and we thank and support the work done by NCCOP, even though some of the conclusions, as was highlighted by Minister LeBlanc, are not conclusions that we draw based on the actual evidence and intelligence that was received.
How many points is a success when the joint communique includes no concrete action or deliverables from any of the countries moving forward?
I think the first piece of the success of this is really seeing 100 different countries come together from all corners of the world, including almost 60 people at leader level, to lean in on the defense of international law and the importance of the UN Charter, territorial integrity, sovereignty, these foundational principles that matter deeply. And then on the three issues that are being highlighted here, these are issues that the world can agree on, that Russia needs to be held to account for. Nuclear security, because that involves us all. The dangers of an accident, of an escalation, would be significant, not just for Ukraine, but for in the entire continent. And that's why we're talking about that. Food security. We've seen over the past years rising food prices and shortages around the world
just
that are
babbling.
direct consequence of this war in Ukraine. By Russia, and that's a topic that can bring together the world. And finally, as I said, on the close to 20,000 children taken by Russia from their families, their language, their homes, their communities, their culture, is something that people around the world can agree on must end, and those children must be returned. That is a significant response.